the poor boy who invented the most luxurious car. Rolls-Royce has been a celebrity car ever since it was brought onto the market. The only word synonym to such luxury is, of course, rich. Its only irony is how the backstory of the luxury car tale tells something else. How a poor boy paved his way through building the world's most luxurious car. Here we learn a true story of going from rags to riches. So watch the video to the end and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Here we begin. Who invented Rolls-Royce? Sir Frederick Henry Royce, the English engineer, is the brains behind Rolls-Royce. Born in the year 1863, on the 27th of March, Henry was born in Allerton, Huntingdonshire. He was born to parents James Royce, his father, and Mary Royce, his mother. He had 4 siblings, and from the 5 of them, he was the youngest of them all. How the struggle began. Henry's father ran a flour mill and provided for a family of 7 people. They were a decent family with a decent middle-class earning. In the year around 1872, it wasn't until his father's death that Royce, with only 1 year of formal schooling, started to sell newspapers and also got out and delivered telegrams to make ends meet. To lose one's father is a nightmare, and Henry had to go through it. Later, with some financial help from his aunt, Royce, with the Northern Railway Company, started as a trainee until the money ran out after 3 years. Without money, Henry would be devastated, but destiny had other plans. Following the Northern Railway Company's tenure, he joined 2 companies. One company was that of tool making, namely Leeds, and the other, settled in London, was an electrical and power company. In the later years, Henry also did several partnerships, all of them being a hit in trial, few favoring him, out of which one created history. The partnership with F.H. Royce and the company are being hunted at. This partnership in 1899 was re-registered as Royce Ltd. with a factory in Manchester's Trafford Park. The idea behind the design and production. During the times when Germany and the United States were the highest competitors, these countries were massive production houses of dynamos and cranes. It was very likely that Royce, who had always been dedicated to mechanical approaches, would be sublimely focused on motor cars. However, the peer pressure and individual interest led Royce to do something of his own. Royce, in the year 1901, released his first curation, the De Dion. This release of the De Dion was later followed by a 2-cylinder model of the same approach named De Caville. All of these mechanics and buildings still stooped below his own standards, which then made him viable to build himself a car, which he surely did. His dedication and determination while building a car and a corner were commendable. He further made 2 more cars, which now puts a tally of a total of 3 cars. The cars released were then sold to 2 persons later. Ernest Claremont and Henry Edmunds were one of the first to which these were sold. Ernest took possession of the one that was called the Royce. Royce had 2-cylinder engines, and the one that was given off to Edmund is what catalyzed everything today Rolls-Royce is. The car that was given to Edmund is what led to all of this history. The celebrated meet. Edmunds, an acquaintance of a car showroom owner in London, was Mr. Charles Rolls. His showroom sold imported models of cars. As a car enthusiast, of course, he had favorites, which were the 3 or 4-cylinder cars. But despite Royce's cars being 2-cylinder cars, he took an interest in them. Their fates had plans. In the summer of May 1904, at the Midland Hotel of Manchester City, a contract was made where Rolls would buy all that Royce could make. He would buy every car Royce had a vision of. These cars were what we call, as of today, the Rolls-Royce. The cars that were to be manufactured included 2-cylinder cars, 3-cylinder cars, 4-cylinder cars, and 6-cylinder cars. These cars were the initial Rolls-Royce. Their partnership with Rolls-Royce was later then legalized and put forth around the year 1906. They planned their counterparts very well, where Rolls' financial wealth was excellently backed by the brilliant engineer Royce. Royce had befitted a healthy salary of £1,250 per year, topped with 4% of the profits of each £10,000 the sales would make. He later also built their first aircraft engine. This clearly emphasizes that Royce was a visionary, had big dreams, and made sure all of them came true. They also built cranes until the last model was released in 1964. Rolls-Royce 10 horsepower. The first brand line, Rolls-Royce 10 HP, was launched in 1904 December at the Paris Salon. Along with it, other models such as the 15 HP and the 20 HP were also presented. The car, RollsRoyce 10 HP, was an updated version of Henry's first car, the Royce 10. It was produced at the Cook Street Home, Manchester factory. The car was only sold through the exclusive dealership and was priced at £395. A total of 16 such cars were made. It had an engine of 1800cc, which was later elevated to 1995cc, and a 3-speed transmission. The car was produced from the year 1904 till 1906. The Royce 10 HP was one of the many prototypes of the Royce 10, but was a winner over the others because it was quieter and it also had a triangular top. The later life of Henry. Whatever is rightly done, however humble, is noble. This was a motto Henry always stood by throughout his life, every day. Even after Rolls-Royce had taken its ground, Henry always made sure to work hard, and as of being always driven by passion, he frequently skipped meals. His improper diet took a toll on his health, first in the year 1902, then followed by another episode in 1911. In the following year, 1912, his condition worsened even further. The year 1912 had significant challenges for him. First, he had to move away from Derby, which was then followed by a major operation. The operation later stated how he had very few months to live off. Henry was married to his spouse, Minnie Punt, with whom he stayed. They had 2 more people in their family living with them, his mother and his wife's niece in the Chorlton-cum-Hardy of Manchester. His mother stayed with them until she died in 1904. The couple later separated in 1912, the very year his health turned critical. He had no children, hence nobody to inherit or look after. After the downfall in his health, he was looked after by his nurse, Miss Ethel Aubin. The nurse, Miss Ethel, took care of him for 20 years until she married off to G.H.R. Tiddesley, who was Royce's solicitor. Henry took his last breath at his house in West Wuthering on April 22nd in the year 1933. His remains were cremated under his statue at the RollsRoyce Works. He lived a life and had a family, honor, dedication, and he was truly an idol to look up to. RollsRoyce Today. Cut to 2022, as of September 14, 2022, Rolls-Royce holds a net worth of a whopping $1.75 billion. A world luxury provider of mechanics, Rolls-Royce has a grip on land services, sea services, and air services in 4 global markets: civil aerospace, defense aerospace, marine, and energy. Recent releases of Rolls-Royce include the Rolls-Royce Colicon, Rolls-Royce Ghost, and Rolls-Royce Wraith. The Ghost is the newest of all in the lineup, priced at $6.95 to $7.95 CR. Ghost, Phantom, Cullinan, Rolls-Royce Wraith, and Rolls-Royce Dawn are the most beloved ones and are quite popular. The Rolls-Royce Wraith is the most affordable among the lineup. Celebrities top the hype amongst the demand, as every second celebrity owns a car from the luxury end brand. Rolls-Royce is among the likes of popular faces like Kim Kardashian, who owns a Rolls-Royce Phantom, Jennifer Lopez owns a Rolls-Royce Ghost, Lady Gaga, the queen of pop, was also driven around in a classic Rolls-Royce, Simon Cowell, Jay-Z and Beyonce, Kylie Jenner, and so many more. It's also a personal dream and achievement to own a luxury high-end brand. If that's a Rolls-Royce, it's a fantasy. A car is an asset and a lifetime investment of money and attached emotions. So which high-end luxury car brand do you dream of owning one day? Which other luxury car brand has an even more inspiring story? Do let us know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe for more information of such uploads. See ya, take care.